Hello and welcome to what I call a new video, and today we are going to be playing Dispatch, but every time I make a choice, one like this one, I go ahead and roll a random number generator. Quite like that. Rand. But we aren't talking about any old random number generator, we are talking about famous criminal for his acts in the underground of Undertale, Numerino. He's wanted in many states, and we decided to put him in Dispatch, you know. Gotta work off these crimes. The beginnings of this playthrough were all streamed to twitch.tv/KineM0D. Kinemod. Twitch.tv/Kinemod. I just didn't get Kinemod as like a tag. It's unfortunate, basically. But nevertheless, it's time for... Now, Dispatch has a lot of what I like to call faux choices, which is basically these dialogue options that don't really do anything, so I'm not gonna mention all of them. But when it comes to these options, where there's basically just two, there does actually have a difference of some significance or basically no significance. It really depends on the two choices. But nevertheless, the first ever two choices that we have to do is right in the first scene. After Robert tells that little guy that he indeed loves his father, as Numerino has decided naturally, we go ahead and save him from ourselves. We do not choose violence in this house. Surely. Numerino is not yet a violent man. He has mercy in his bones. And now we gotta talk about quick time events, because quick time events, you can't really make a random number generator do them, because they're quick time and events. So instead of doing that, I just decided that I will do my best in these quick time events. Same goes with my favorite part of the game! Okay, let me just type it as quickly as I can. It just doesn't work. Why? Why did they deliberately put a timer on it? As a Helldiver player, this really... this does grind my gears. This is what I call democracy! Oh god, he's dead! He's a dead man! I love them so much! We need a quality of life update that just makes the cooldown disappear. Why is there cooldown? Why is there a cooldown? But nevertheless, there really isn't any choice in this scene, because the only thing that really happens is that we try to beat the motherfucker up, we beat that motherfucker up, and then suddenly, by Jove, it's motherfucker again. But this time, first motherfucker. So naturally, we stomp Randy Orton! Wait, no, Randy Orton is punt. Stomp is Seth Rollins. I'm stupid. Seth Rollins coming in with the curb stomp with Swishin music! But unfortunately, due to a skill issue, we are not able to defeat everyone here. We get our ass beat, in fact, and suddenly we have to go away, because we are refusing to give up the Astro Pulse, which is the main plot of the game. This Astro Pulse here, everyone wants that shit. So much so, in fact, that Shroud blows you up for it. And doesn't find it for 3 months. Yeah, he may not be very smart. The face of a man who just miscalculated. But that lands you in a coma. And in front of these people. And for God's sake, the one time I want violence! See, Numerino goes on stage, he's like, hey guys, everything's fine, it's okay, I've just died a little bit. And these reporters continue to be the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Roll clip.
So I will be stepping back from superhero work, effective immediately.
Does this mean you're finished?
Can you repair your
What's next for Mecha Man?
Does this mean your career is over?
I still hate these people. Hold on. My Mecha Man suit is destroyed, which means I'll be stepping back from work. Does that mean you're finished? Motherfucker, what I just said? Does this mean your career is over? I am stepping back from superhero work. Does this mean your career is over? But then Numerino actually has the opportunity to do what I didn't do in my playthrough, which is beat the shit out of this motherfucker.
Right, you're unimportant. Which leads me to my next question. Most heroes avenge their family. You did the opposite. You killed their legacy. How disappointed would your dad be right now?
What the fuck? Ask that question. Excuse me. And he doesn't do it. He just walks away like a normal human being. Fuck you, Numerino. Fuck you. But in a world of alphas and chads, we are both beta cucks. Which leads to Numerino trying to pick a fight with these guys, getting his ass beat and getting bailed out by Blazer. Look at him go. And they have quite the nice thing here. We get a little thing going at the bar. Then Flambe comes in and gets annihilated. Numerino gets kicked out and suddenly we are flying to the moon. In actuality, we're flying to the sun to look at a different sign. Romance. But it is on this sign that Numerino does what Numerino do, which is kiss the first woman that he sees. Oh, Numerino! No! God bless New America. Unfortunately, advance not appreciated. Very bad. She was actually here to give you a job. I wish I had one. Please, I need commissions. Commission me, please! While you edit, subscribe and like the video and take this video to more people so they watch it too, so I can get ad revenue. Because I need money! I need so much money! Tear the green screen down! I need money! Money! I need some of this, bro. This right here. Look at that. That I need. Give it to me. Give it to me straight. I give it to me straight. So anyways, the job is dispatching. It's in the name. I would in the future change dispatching to be entirely random with random number generators and everything, but in this first one I didn't. And in chapter 2 I didn't either, so I'm gonna talk about it. It was a complete and utter success. And with that, Blonde Blazer leaves. And leaves me on the goddamn side! Nothing has really changed from episode 1, technically speaking, and the big changes are only coming later in the game. So after our rather rough night, we go ahead and go to the dispatching agency, also known as SDN, where we get picked up by Blonde Blazer, who then tells us to
take your clothes off.
I guess she was into it after all, but no, actually she wasn't, because we are not supposed to be Mecha Man. We are supposed to be Robert Robertson. And as Robert Robertoson, we have to go ahead and follow Numerino's every wish.
That makes sense.
Oh my god, Numerino's still down bad.
No, it's those.
Oh my, Numerino!
I feel like a mistake. At
Numerino!
least not to me.
Well, that makes one of us.
Numerino! But a little flirty moment is interrupted by a creep? This is Invisibitch. I mean Invisigirl. And Invisigirl is one of the many characters that you can find in this video game. Not a fan. But that is a topic for a different video, and I will just go ahead and say what happened with a smile on my face. Also, Invisigirl does not know what a dad bod is, because she calls that a dad bod. This is in reference on how she does not have a father.
Just get your shirt on, Dad Bod.
Way to ruin my joke! Now when I think about it, it makes sense! So we go ahead and get introduced to the facility, and then we get introduced to my brother. And you are probably wondering if Numerino did the Numerino thing. And I gotta say, that's a fist bump, baby! But after the fist bump of the century with Roy, he is the GOAT. Yeah! We go ahead and meet the best character in the game. Is the fast motherfucker. It's a wholesome moment, you love to see it. Now we get introduced to the files of all of our crooked crew. And like, most of them are useless, except Malevola. I love Malevola. I mean, I might be part of that one cult that's trying to get her. Like, if I was in that universe, I may be part of that cold. I don't know what to tell you, she's red. And then we go to the dispatching part of the episode where I did my best. That really is it. I didn't use any RNG in there, so we're gonna skip it. Because now it's time for the Invisigal mission of the week. Day. Yeah. Because you see, Granny on the old donut front decided that someone should break into their home. That's what the Granny decided. And we go ahead and help Invisigal fight off Mr. Army Motherfucker. Mr. Hands, some call him. But whether or not he'll get a horse or not, this guy gets absolutely fucking domed. And then Invisigal gets absolutely fucking domed until this happens and there's a standoff between the three parties involved. On one side we have Granny, on the other side we have Mr. Hands, and on the other side we have Invisigal! Everyone has a gun except Invisigal, so Numerino has one thing to tell Invisigal.
Okay, disarm Granny before the thing blows his face off. It looks super unstable.
So your expert opinion is to
Attack the client. Fuck that.
I did things your way and it turned to shit. I'm taking out the guy who's been trying to kill me.
That wasn't a suggestion, it's a threat. Hey, Invisigal, you okay? Hey, are you okay? Come in.
Guess what she doesn't do? Follow whatever Robert says. It's not even a Numerino thing. Cut the feed. I'm just talking in genuine frustration because no matter what option you choose, Invisigal's gonna do the opposite one. Invisible. Also, I fucking love hacking. Are you ready for some hacking? It's the best part of the game. Woo! Yeah, baby, that's what I'm in for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Yeah. Anyways, since we have now established everything that happened, I want you to look at the scene, right? I want you to look me in the mouth and look at that scene. This one right here, playing in the background. What we've just established is that Robert Robertson has PTSD. Anyways, he's Invisigal is using that PTSD and punching him in the face.
Feel bad. Good. Fuck you.
I may not like Invisigal. Numerino decides to cover for her. The day is done, we go ahead and realize one simple thing. That Numerino is very much, and I mean very much, into Blonde Blazer. Like, motherfucker uses every opportunity to flirt. Until...
Are you ready to go?
And Numerino wants to go to dinner with both of them. You know, it's understandable, it's reasonable. Unfortunately, Blonde Blazer did not like that. Also, unfortunately, to Electric Boogaloo, he would die. So yet it didn't happen. Which leads to them going up, and away! And to that I can only say, Park Champion. Episode 3 starts with my brother, Roy, actually taking care of our suits. See, he's trying to build us a new one. But that is actually besides the point, because the first thing we have to deal with is Golem. Golem, a little bit of a bitch.
Hey, watch where you're going.
But why is Golem a bitch? Well, that is because of Blonde Blazer, because she decided it was a good idea to fire someone.
I'm going to cut someone from the Z team. Or you are, rather.
Cool! Genuinely one of the dumbest decisions ever made in this entire game. But we're rolling with it, baby! Dispatch really is the game where you have to either date no one, a psychotic woman, or an idiot. Peak. Which leads us to look at the leaderboards, which Invisigal is at the very bottom of the barrel of. Because she's ass. But this newfound competition actually gives us a new insight on our team. That they would rather sabotage each other instead of becoming better. Like Sona here, who decided to get himself trapped by Coupe saying he needs something cool to see. He decided that this cool thing was breasts. She decided it was handcuffs. Unlucky. But it is at this point that Numerino takes over every single dispatch. Yay, it's so bad. So yeah, I could not min-max this thing. And people kept sabotaging each other. Unlucky. Unfortunate.
What the fuck, dude? Wow. Betrayed by a fellow degenerate.
Whoops. This sabotage actually evolves right into this animated cutscene where Invisigal decides, instead of, I don't know, stopping the villain and getting the points for the villain, deciding to instead trip up Malevola so Malevola can't get points, even though Malevola is way above her in the leaderboard. She has the brain of a peanut! Motherfuckers wanna fuck her. Some motherfuckers genuinely wanna hit. That's crazy to me. Like every time she's disobeying, I'm hitting her with the Das war ein Befehl! And some people wanna smash. Y'all got the survival instincts of a fucking peanut too. She got the brain of a peanut, you got the survival instincts of one. And let me tell you something, brother. A peanut don't have survival instincts. No brain! Anyways, I'm cheering for this.
Oh, chill out.
So naturally, we gotta call each and every one of these useless motherfuckers into a meeting. And then Golem comes in, and I'ma be harsh. I'm completely with Numerino on this. Numerino, tell Golem, hey bitch, fuck you, outside. He don't deserve to be here. Nobody deserves to be here, especially you. So Golem waits outside while everyone else listens to us. Then suddenly at the very end of it, Invisigal shows up. Guess what? She was here the whole time. That's not how her fucking power works. She did not hold her breath for that long. That just didn't happen. That didn't happen. That just did not happen. Call me a conspiracy theorist. You can call me the biggest conspiracy theorist of all time. But she didn't hold her breath that long. That's not how asthma works. I had asthma, I still have it, but it's less severe now, and that's not how asthma works. That's just not how it works. You are a lying motherfucker. Anyways, with our newfound courage, we don't perform any better. Guess like using a random number generator to run a dispatching agency doesn't work very well. But also, I would like to complain about game design now. Who designed this? Anyways, Invisigal decided to give up because she's fucking useless. However, Numerino is like, fuck the stars. Is fine. Nothing's about this is awesome, you know. And so Numerino tells her, hey, you should catch that guy you let slip away twice in a row. It is entirely her fault. And so she does that. She punched like two people, and then there's a fight, and Numerino helps, and boom, we win. Now I want to rant again. See, right before this happens, she gives a kid a cigarette. Why? Why?
You're the actual...
I don't get it. I say ad hoc. What are we doing? What do we do? I'm out here trying to reform villains, right? I'm out here trying to reform villains. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, trying to put them in the right place. So why are you making me watch as one of those villain motherfuckers takes a cigarette and puts it in the hands of a child? Is that child the original owner of the cigarette? Sure. But if I take a cigarette away from a child and that child doesn't have the fucking cigarette in it, I'm not giving it back! What are you doing? Ad hoc! Ad hoc! I may not like Invisigal. I may not like Invisigal. I may not like Invisigal. Anyways, due to contrived bullshit, this actually puts Invisigal above Sona and Coupe. Which is awesome sauce. Numerino decides that that Coupe gotta go. Frankly, understandable. She's not a good person. So yeah, anyways, she gets fired, does mildly threatening things, and then we get this scene of Invisigal looking at the numbers, and she's not in last. See, I would like this a lot more if you didn't give a fucking cigarette to a kid, but that's just me though. But anyway, since this is the first time there's, you know, an actual thing about dispatching, here are the choices. Here are the dispatching things, you know, the stats. Punch up, you know, we punch him up. New Marino likes punch up. Just cue the chapter. Chapter 4 starts with an elongated sex scene. So to tell you how uncomfortable this made me, I am going to do an interpretive dance for the entire duration of it, while also playing the sound.
Photoshop war ein Joke, war noch nicht mal hell, war. Gives me a doggy, gives me a doggy, gives me a doggy. Gives me a doggy, gives me a doggy, gives me a doggy.
Und weil der Mensch ein Mensch ist, drum wird ihn kein anderer befreien. Es kann die Befreiung der Menschheit nur das Werk der Menschen sein. Freude schöner Götter, Funken, Tochter aus Elysium. Wir betreten feuertrunken, himmlisch geht ein Heiligtum. Deine Zauber binden wieder, es ist vorbei.
So yeah, anyways, this sex scene was in fact not actually real. It was just Invisigal having a little bit of a dream. Unfortunately, we were witness to it. So now it is about that time for most people to go and fuck Invisigal. But nevertheless, it is about that time that we return to work and get assaulted by goddamn pornography. Now if we take again this guy right here, and then a little bit lower, this guy right here, punch up, he's a little bit miffed that New Marino did a little bit of doing. Which, to be fair, you are angry at the wrong man! Blonde Blazer is right there. But besides the pornography starring Irish lads, we go ahead and look to our side, where Invisigal is staring at us and printing naked pictures of us too. In other news, a breakup that I did not mention. This guy broke up with, Blonde Blazer broke up with him. He's not doing too well. He's actively insinuating to assault people on the street while walking through the street. He got fired too, which is unfortunate if I do say so myself. But anyways, it is about that time to test the suit that Roy is building for us. Roy, my brother, is the best when it comes to building stuff. Except right now, where it's failing and I am in pain. Oh god, everything is going to go boom. Fortunately for us, it does not go boom. But as we're trying to figure out what exactly went wrong with the entire thing, one girl has something to say about it. And that girl is Invisigal, who goes ahead and stares at my ass. I understand. There's nothing there though. There is literally nothing there. Cue the screenshot. The person that made this image is way funnier than me. Why are you watching this video? But since you are watching it, you should hype the video in the first 7 days of it being uploaded, because that will give me a boost in the YouTube algorithm. But nevertheless, Invisigal continues with his sexual harassment of Robert Robertson by asking how many times he jerked off in his suit. Marino says never. I don't want to be here. I'm with Roy on this.
You two got one weird energy going on.
Can I leave? But she was here to tell us that we need to meet up with Blonde Blazer. And that meeting with Blonde Blazer, rather well, some a little bit not well. Yeah, she's in a dress with a nip slip. No, Marino doesn't tell her. She's not amused by that. But in other news, Phenomenal Man on the car. Only partially my fault. But Numerino gets sent out there to help him. Look at him go. That's my numbers, boy. And he says some common things, some reasonable things. Does not mention the fact that he kissed Blonde Blazer, who, by the way, he is still glazing. Let it be known. But I feel like when he saw how Phenomenal Man is doing, he realized, you know what? Maybe he shouldn't be with Blonde Blazer. But no matter. Because right now, he just sat up and there are shards in my chest.
Well, shit.
Ow. To the bathroom we go to get the shards out of our chest. You do love to see it. Unfortunately, we are once again greeted by Invisigal. I'm just gonna let this scene play out because how would one even commentate over sexual harassment like this except for showing it?
I had a dream last night that we were fucking. Usually I don't remember my dreams, but this was pretty vivid.
So this is why you've been acting so weird all day.
I'm doing that thing where I imagine being with someone, you know? See how it feels, how it looks. You know, like trying on a dress.
You were there.
I could have been. I could be anywhere.
And you chose to be here.
Oh, sorry. I tried not to.
Thank you, Waterboy, for the assist. Your sacrifice will very well be remembered. I think very much so that Numerino was very much thankful for that. For later reasons, but like, Numerino is thanking him right now. Regardless, it is about that time to go ahead and do a little bit of dispatching, and you already know, it is about that time. Yeah. Nothing really happened except like Numerino sent Manevla to like investigate the cult of Cha'ad. Talk jam. But like all of the decisions that Numerino made were like absolutely catastrophically awful, so that at some point he decided that I should be hacking one of the things. And that genuinely made me have this reaction. I did something this round. Oh. It's just unfortunate that it's a shitty fuck-ass minigame. Good things and bad things. I get to actually complete something. I have to use the fucking hacking minigame for it. So yeah, let's just say the whole successes and failures wasn't looking too good. 7 successes, pretty good amount. 9 failures. Also, Invisigal and Malevola died. And now it's time for the day break. And it's about that time for one thing and one thing only. Eating a nice old chocolate bar while having someone clean up for you. You do love to see it. You know what? Good on you. Good on you, Waterboy. I like this guy. Unfortunately, my liking of Waterboy is being interrupted by Flambe and Flambitch. That's Flambitch right there. He's interrupted me, and funnily enough, fun little fact, Numerino throws a slushie in his face. Anyways, it's about that time of a conversation with Blonde Blazer. And she's telling us one thing and one thing only. We gotta either get Waterboy or we gotta get Phenomenal Man for shift 2. We gotta get Waterboy or Phenomenal Man. Numerino chooses Waterboy. See, that's why I think Numerino really decided that this, like the fucking shitting he did, was like the best he could have done. Waterboy coming in with the assist in the most uncomfortable situation of all time. Why is she in the men's bathroom? Get your dog ass out of here. And Waterboy came in with the save. That's my boy. That's my Waterboy. But it's about that time to go ahead and go for the second dispatching section of the chapter. And we don't do too well. Also, there's a new mechanic with every time you click on a mission, there's a chance that Waterboy just decides that he is gonna go on that mission. So, you can actually stop him from going once. So I actually made another roll whether to keep him in the mission or to get rid of him from the mission. So Numerino can actually decide on that as well. Unfortunately, sometimes he decides to keep him in and doesn't send anyone else. That was way too close. I'm still mad. 4 successes, 6 failures. And honestly, yeah, understandable. Robert, my reaction exactly. Jesus Christ. But this ultimately leads us to go ahead and give Waterboy the pep talk of the century. You don't gotta stutter, says Robert Robertson, not knowing anything about Mr. Wet Boy. You are just antisocial. You wanna say the right thing, so you start saying shit without thinking about it and then rethink what you say. So you just gotta say shit. And then motherfucker look like, oh, this like the smartest thing he ever heard in his entire life. It's understandable. It's reasonable. After that, though, we go back to our like little space. We go back to our office space and we see that Invisigal is outside of the mission area. For some reason, she decided to not clock out.
Technically, you're still on the clock.
No idea. She's watching a movie. Robert's interested. Numerino's interested. But then, Blonde Blazer is texting him like, yo, wanna grab some food? And Numerino is thinking, you know? So I kissed her. I made it very clear that I liked the fact that I kissed her. And then suddenly, she breaks up with her boyfriend. And Numerino's gears are turning. He simply decides, wait a minute. That's not a loyal bitch. Blonde Blazer, a bitch. He ain't going to Blonde Blazer. He's gonna go with Invisigal. Because dinner sound romantical. And he ain't romantical. Numerino go to Invisigal, who he, throughout the entire day, made very clear that he is not interested in. So clearly, this little outing shall do what it'll do. And so, we call for a rain check. And go meet Invisigal. You do love to see it.
Why? Do you want us to be friends?
Anyways,
I haven't decided yet.
here's the stats. Let it be known, Numerino does not know how to save the kaiju. Numerino also does not know how to solve some riddles. And let it be known, Numerino does not know how to save small businesses. It is understandable. It is reasonable. Unfortunately, there's, you know, it's pure failure all the way through these. That's crazy. But fun fact, Sonar, most sent hero, better than 100%. That's fucked. And that's for the chapter. Yippee. Chapter 4 cold opens on Robert Robertson training and his past, where he fought an assailant with firepower, a mysterious assailant that he could possibly never show us, because it's a mystery for most of the chapter who this assailant is. I wonder who it could be with firepower. Anyways, Flambe walks in the room and makes fun of us for almost dying without a spotter. Then he tells us to fuck off. Understandable. But then it's already time for us to go to work. And at work, we get a nice little thing from Waterboy. He's a very happy chap about the fact that we hired him. You do love to see it, if I do say so myself. What you also love to see is immediate gameplay. Okay, I don't actually love to see that. Like, it takes me out of the story every single time. Whole shift was kinda meh. You would think that a random number generator would, like, get at least half of the things well, but sometimes, you know, it's just an unlucky streak. It's an unlucky streak. Fortunately, though, sometimes it just wasn't Numerino's fault. What is that? That's not my fault. That's not my fault. That's not Numerino's fault. That's not nobody's fault except for RNGesus. Anyways, it was a nice 50-50 split. 5 failures, 5 successes. You do love to see it, if I do say so myself. Yippee-ki-yay. And then we immediately go ahead and get ourselves something to eat for the break. However, then Malevola and Prism go ahead and are like, yo, who were you though? Who were you though? And Numerino tells them, well, I got a funny little finger. I got funny little fingers too. But that's because of incest and not because of genetics. Which, incest is technically also genetics, but ignore what I am saying. But nevertheless, this ultimately leads to Malevola fucking throwing a mug! What the fuck? All of these motherfuckers belong in a jail cell. That's assault. With a deadly weapon. That could have gone into my neck and killed me. Not me, Robert. What the fuck? But it's already time to work on our super suit. And the only person that's currently looking out for us is Chase. You do love to see me. He's my goat. Chase my goat. But Chase asked us a very important question, and that is, will you kill Shroud? And if you forgot who Shroud is, because it's already been half a fucking hour since we saw him, is this guy. And Numerino has only one thing to say. He's gonna kill that motherfucker, and he's gonna do it real bad. Type shit. And it's already time to go back into dispatching. Now, this has been a very slow day, a very normal day. You do love to see it, if I do say so myself. An easy day does equal a nice, relaxing kind of day. Unfortunately, relaxation has found its ending because suddenly the power goes out. In the entire city, even. Now, thankfully, we do have a backup generator, but now we have to deal with a bunch of people who think that crimes being committed when there is no power will not be recorded. It's unfortunate. Now, the actual thing was like hit or miss, and by hit or miss, I mostly mean miss, because we don't hit a lot of things. However, only one plane crashed.
So close.
That's like barely my fault. But when it came to this robbery, Numerino had no fucking prisoners. When it comes to saving a goddamn plane, nah, we sent sonar alone. However, when it comes to a robbery, we sent the fucking cavalry. Everybody here, everybody surrounding the type shit. Yeah, we do it. Fun fact. We did it. However, despite it all, 9 successes, 6 failures, and only 2 misses, meaning we have a good score of +1. We're so fucking shit. But then we go ahead and get invited to a drink. And frankly, absolutely, I do enjoy myself a little bit of drinking, and Numerino enjoys himself a little bit of drinking too. He goes ahead, he goes in after seeing that Golem is outside because door too small, it's unfortunate. And Numerino goes straight to the bar. Fucking friend zones Visigal. I thought it was really funny in the moment, let it be known. And buys everyone a drink. Even the guy outside. Two for Golem, and 1 for the bouncer. Because he's bouncing on that. For some reason, Waterboy's also here. Like, I don't know, like, what is he doing? No one wants to hang out with him. Except, of course, that one person in my Discord server who really wants to hang out with Waterboy. She really wants to. Also, fun fact, throughout the entire progression of the making of this video, I was sending, like, updates into the Discord, which you can join! Anyways, we sit down with Invisigal. It's a nice conversation, if I do say so myself. Unfortunately, the whole thing about me being Mecha Man comes up, and she thinks I should be telling everyone. But I'm saying, I got Flambe! And then it shows the rest of the cutscene where Flambe is like, ooh, it was Flambe the whole time, the person you were fighting. And I'm like, yeah. Flames. Then you showed him right after, like, yeah. Anyways, we cut off his fingers, which he did not enjoy. Fortunately, though,
I'm a bitch. My name's Robert. Such a bitch whose name is Robert. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm such a fucking bitch.
He's got that. Anyways, then the weirdest man that I've ever seen when it comes to proportions comes up to us and is like, bitch, you a bitch. And then Numerino is like, hey, let me buy you a drink, and gets shoved away. Suddenly, it's a brawl. A brawl is truly brewing. Now go! And as we intercut between the brawl and what happens after the brawl, it is one hell of a thing. We fight, we go left, we go right, we get our nuts punched in. Yeah! We temporarily blind people, but nah, they blind forever.
What you mean temporarily? Bitch, you blind forever.
We go ahead, we do Sweesham music. No one did the Sweesham music. No one did the Sweesham music. And we fight like our life depends on it. Because it does. And also, like, these motherfuckers are motherfuckers. No one give a damn about what Robert ordered. You know, no one give a damn. Except for Maleficent.
Ooh, there she is. Thanks, babes. Sauce it up for me and everything. Think you're looking for these.
I ain't the simp, it's true. Also, the dialogue in this chapter is like really.
You wash your hands after touching all them filthy nutsacks?
Tati seems salty.
That's really funny. But nevertheless, we must make a choice. And that choice is whether to reveal ourselves as Mecha Man or stay as Roberto-san. And Numerino decides he is in fact Mecha Man. Imagine explosions, but like I'm Iron Man. However, there's one person that does not appreciate this revelation. It's Flambe. We almost die, but Golem the Goat! And then Waterboy, the goat, squared, because he goes in and does a little bit of right on his back. And water beats fire, that's what Pokemon told me. Type sheet. And that was the chapter. Except for the stats, look at the stats, oh my god, they're everywhere behind me. Oh, they are so statily. It's so awesome. Like that one doesn't really matter. Because that was just quick time events, right? So that this one matters because Numerino fucking failed, and then this one matters because Numerino fucking failed again. But that's besides the point. But yeah, it's Waterboy, my boy. Shit. Good chapter. Chapter 6 opens on Roberto-san finally showing off his outfit, Mecha Man style, to all people here. They're only here because they have the bet going on of like who got the superhero right, so they want to confirm, but that's fine for me because I get to show off my salute, or more importantly, Numerino gets to show off his salute because he's the one that made the decision, as you know. Unfortunately, my brother Roy did not intend for such amounts of smoke to rise, and therefore we go boom once again. However, this time we actually go boom. Ouch. We awaken in the hospital. Roy does not enjoy this whole ordeal. He's very sorry about the fact that he blew us up kinda, and he has completely lost all of the confidence he had in his ability to remake the Astral Pulse. And we respect it. We give him a fist bump and he leaves the room. And then we have a conversation with the goat, Chase, and what the goat say? He say, I'm too good with Invisigal. I think we're playing a different save file from him though, because literally every decision that Numerino has made has been anti-Invisigal except the date. And fun fact, this dialogue triggers no matter what you do. So, Chase just kinda a hater, honestly, let it be known. We were only out for about half the day, so we go ahead and relieve Blonde Blazer of commanding dispatches, because she was the one commanding dispatches for some reason, even though she's like an actual good hero that could be out there actually helping people. I know we wanted a character that people know to be the one dispatching, but you have the mascot. You could have set him there. Anyways, we sit down, do our dispatching, get this infuriating miss, and get 6 successes and 8 failures. It's not looking too good for Numerino, I'm gonna be honest. But since it has now been resolved, it's completely fine. You know, we go ahead, we wrap up for the day, we grab the helmet that exploded just now, and we go home. It's a little bit depressing because we were hoping to become Mecha Man again. Numerino was absolutely hyped for it, let it be known. He was saluting like a champ. And then 2 people invade my home without knocking. And then Roy's also here. Fair enough. Turns out everyone is invited to a party that I didn't know about. But let it be known, they're having fun, they're redecorating everything because frankly Robert Robinson's flat is slightly depressing. Whoopsie daisy, some may say. Some call it whoopsie daisy, some call it peak male living. I'm a bit of both. But as we plan and also dance with Invisigal for some reason, this guy in the background, Chase, he doesn't like the look of me dancing with Invisigal. He's eyeing that up type shit. And so we have finally found the Astral Pulse, which I should have probably led with, but we have finally found the Astral Pulse. It is in this dock. Now the current going plan is from a blonde laser that we are going to go ahead, grab a bunch of people and raid it tomorrow. However, Invisigal is like, we should raid it today. And then Numerino is like, I agree, we should raid it today. And then blonde laser is like, no! What? Which starts a little bit of an argument between Blonde Blazer and Invisigal, and suddenly, you know, they're like in each other's faces, and then suddenly, from out of nowhere, RKO style, Chase calls out, didn't you understand that she said no? And the rest is history. Because Chase gets all up in the face and it's like, you bitch, you Invisibitch. Blonde Blazer call you Invisigal, but you call yourself Invisibitch. You'll never be a fucking hero, you will never be fucking anything. And that's a little bit rude, you know, let it be known. This motherfucker, a bigoted motherfucker, bigoted against feet. And Invisigal, instead of trying to make a good retort, decides to go invisible and punch him in the face. What are we doing? Why is her immediate fucking response to any sort of pushback going invisible and punching the person in the face? Why? Have her be witty. Or like, scream. You don't gotta punch people in the face! But let it be known, both people in this situation, complete motherfuckers. And we immediately focus on the fact that Chase was a motherfucker, cause he's sitting there like a sad puppy.
Oh, are you in timeout? Cause you were bad.
He makes a good point. So we find ourselves on the balcony, talking like old pals, you know, type shit. And then Robert said this.
Oh, come on. You've stolen things too.
What? You racist motherfucker, I never stole a fucking thing in my entire fucking life.
Chase, you've literally stolen
Chase ain't
things from me.
Stereotype, let it be known. I can make that joke, I'm half black. I'm not lying, but it turns out, intruder alert, red spies in the base, but actually Invisigal's at the dock, alone, for some fucking reason. Like, surely she could have asked someone to come with. But no, she's alone at the dock and she's going to get the Astral Pulse for us. Isn't she? Good for us. Now, unfortunately, going in without any backup, while everyone else is also raiding the place for the exact same thing, is not going well for her. So we actually have to help her by hacking a bunch of stuff. And the hacking minigame is ass! It's ass! But there's no choices. So, I guess that's fine, you know, we can skip it. Anyways, our chicanery eventually leads to Invisigal getting the Astral Pulse. It's right in her grubby little mitts. But then the people that were trying to get in the room that she was in are down. Now why is that? That is a very good question. It appears something is amiss. And yes, Shroud. Unlucky. Now, Invisigal here, very much asthmatic, just like me for real. Unfortunately, she doesn't know how an asthma inhaler works in her later. So she like does it wrong every time. But she's trying her damnedest to get to that. Even though she doesn't know how it works, she's trying her damnedest, let it be known. And Shroud kicks it away. Unlucky. It's a high tense scene. Everyone's watching with bated breath until suddenly.
Keep up.
I don't want to keep up, no! The goat has one last run for the entire damn world.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
too old to be crying.
Fuck off. No, you're not. I cry all the time.
Really? When?
When I was your age, I cried for weeks when the Raiders left LA.
We start chapter 7 in 2003. 3 whole years before I was even in my father's balls. Nice old times. Chase is watching over Robert Robertson, and frankly, he's just very awesome about it. You know, New Marino asks for a beer and gets like a shitty concoction instead. That's my boy. And getting him a Twinkie. That's my Chase. But reality comes crashing back. We are actually in a hospital. Chase is hospitalized, and it's not looking too well. But at least, you know, Blonde Blazer is here for us, giving us a little bit of money so we can buy another Twinkie, you know? The good things. It's just unfortunate that it's crumpled beyond belief, so we can't actually use any of it, but Waterboy's here for us. We go ahead, we microwave $1, and it works. Until it doesn't. Fair enough. But even in this time of great turmoil, it is up to us, the heroes, to save the city. Then goes into fuck-ass gameplay, I guess. Okay, I wanted to keep the mood down, but like the fuck-ass mini-games, the fuck-ass hacking mini-games, the fucking immediately? Come on! Like, this is my genuine reaction on my first playthrough.
Left, right, left.
You don't want that, but that's besides the point, because the fucking... It's so stupid. Why does the SDN dispatch thing have rain in it? Why? It's so stupid. Oh my god. Anyways, 9 successes, 3 failures, 1 miss. This was perhaps the greatest performance we've ever had. And guess who wasn't there? Invisigal was in fact put on like hold duty for this. So like this is like Numerino genuinely gets like dog shit as soon as Invisigal is on screen. It's crazy. But it's time for the shift to end. We make our way towards our home. Well, actually the infirmary and... What the fuck? Fair enough. See, these two gentlemen were having a bit of a discussion about the fact that Invisigal is at fault for everything. Now, realistically speaking, no. Like, objectively. Right, see, she is completely at fault for going in alone, without any support, and almost getting herself killed. She's at fault for that. She's not at fault for Chase running in to save her. She's not at fault for that one. But that is once again besides the point, because Numerino actually disagrees with me. He fires her. Frankly, this could be for a multitude of reasons. The continued sexual harassment, the continued insubordinance. Like, it could be any of those, but like, maybe he disagrees with me, probably. But Invisigal heard everything. Except that's impossible, because for her to be invisible, she has to hold her breath, and she's asthmatic! How does she keep doing it? Lungs of fucking steel. Except when she's fighting Shroud, then her lungs collapse like my fucking liver. But Robert Robertoson follows her, and we have a bit of a discussion, for which she removes the top. I'm just gonna roll my own clips now, I think. Like, look at me go.
I don't deserve anyone's forgiveness. Anyone's help, anyone's...
What are we doing here?
I never ran with Chris. Always did my own thing, but...
Now, the reason that we got this very necessary titty shot is because she has these cybernetic enhancements below her breasts. In other news, you can do this, and it will probably show like it better. But after showing her full breasticles on screen, she goes on to explain that she was the one who planted the bomb. I wonder why your asthma was getting worse. Which again, I would like to point out, that is her fault, yes. However, we've been knowing that every single one of these motherfuckers are villains. So the fact that she did a villainous act should not exclude her from the program. Or should not make anyone, like, treat her more harsh. Because, yes, all of these people are murderers. They're all villains. Just because she did a villain on me doesn't mean anything. Well, except Numerino is like, yeah, that does, like, yeah, I don't like you. It's unlucky.
All I wanted from this was for people to look at me the same way that you look at Blazer. Even if it was just once, you know? Instead, they've always seen me how you see me right now.
In what way is that?
Like I'm incapable of good.
And so she leaves. In my playthrough, she didn't leave. Sexual assault. No! Sexual assault! Sexual assault! Sexual assault! Sexual assault! Sexual assault! What? Sexual assault! What? No! Not only did she sexually assault me right then and there, she has been harassing me the entire fucking playthrough. Right? Then she blew me up, which I forgave her for, because she was a villain. Like, sure, I beat up the other guy too. Just because she did it to me specifically don't mean nothing. It's the villain recovery program, we know it. And then the moment was so nice. It was such a nice moment. It was such a nice moment. Now I'm cutting you. It was such a nice scene. Why? Why? I was dating Blazer. She knew I was dating Blazer. What are you doing? What the fuck? Cut the fucking green screen, bro. Like, holy shit. And before you say, Robert is flirting with her, like the fucking Redditors that I've seen talk about this ever since the fucking game came out. No! The entire playthrough, I did not flirt with her once. The entire playthrough, I was fucking uncomfortable with her at every single turn. And she still sexually assaults me because I was nice to her. And before you say, oh, it's a story, you're taking it too seriously. In the grounds of the story, she is sexually assaulting me. And therefore, I will treat it in the bounds of the story how it should be treated. Anyways. I may have been mad ever since I read that one Reddit comment of people saying it wasn't sexual assault. And that might have been the explosion and culmination of months of me having to be reasonable. It's sexual assault. Stop fucking coping. He literally raises a hand to push her away. She takes the hand, puts it back. That's assault. That is assault. That is assault. Numerino decides to credit Chase and then goes to the villain bar again, where he decides not to attack this guy, and then the guy gets shot. And Numerino realizes that everyone here is working for Shroud except that guy, who is Shroud. He gets tortured because Invisigal stole the Astral Pulse. Then I wanna fucking run again!
Feuer Salamander, mach Beine auseinander, mach Beine wieder zu und raus bist du.
Invisigal, in every single timeline, does not tell Roberto's son in this scene that she has the astral pulse. I do not get how anyone, and I mean anyone, can defend that decision. And the only time I've ever seen anyone try to defend that decision is because, quote unquote, Dispatch was a story and not, quote, realistic. I call it a writing flaw. They call it not a realistic story. Not a realistic story. Not a fucking realistic story. Not a fucking realistic story. I may have some opinions about this chapter. I don't know. Anyways, Blazer comes in and drops the hardest fucking line in all of history.
I can see I'm outnumbered. That eventually I would fall. But by my read, I'm taking a lot of you with me. So all of you can leave now. Or half of you can die here.
That's my fucking girl. Damn. They all go for no reason. Like, Shroud could have won right here, but they all go. We get put back on the sign from episode 1. Type sheet, you know? And now that we are on the sign again, Numerino trusts Invisigal. None of what Numerino is saying in any way makes any goddamn sense. Well, that's absolutely fine if I do say so myself. But nevertheless, boom! City is under attack. Let it be known. Crisis mode is engaged. And Numerino does not want to be led on the fucking billboard again. It is time to fight! Combat style. The last chapter starts with a character that the entire team forgot for 7 chapters. He is the mascot of SDN. You probably didn't know that. Awesome sauce. Anyways, the mascot gives Roberto's son a coffee. You love to see it. Then Roberto's son then sits down and realizes, shit is bleak. Absolutely no one's ready for literally anything. Blonde Blazer is here for some reason and is now actually deciding to leave instead of being at a desk. Thank God. But Numerino says, no, we need you here. They don't listen to me. And then Blonde Blazer says,
Hey! Listen to Robert.
That works. We have a total of 3 heroes, Puncher, Prism, and Golem. It's bleak. And Golem is on edibles. It's never been this bleak. But the first part of this entire thing is all about gaining our members back, waiting and then saving them from themselves or the situation they find themselves in. Unfortunately though, the city has a health bar. And as you might be able to guess, a random number generator isn't very good with a health bar. Oh! It's looking very bleak. Then it's looking so bleak that we are going over to Phenomena Man and telling him, you gotta join. You gotta get out there. You gotta stop with the melons. Get out there and get his ass. And by his ass, I mean criminals. All of them. All of them asses. And we got a full fucking row. Look at that goal. It's a big row. But someone explodes onto the scene. It's Coupe. Coupe is here and there and everywhere. And she took a bunch of the health of the town. Okay, so the real problem here is mostly the fact that Numerino is a random number generator, so the city is dying rapidly. Blonde Blazer joins us, and it's not helping. Let it be fucking known. But now, I want to complain about game design again in a way that truly can only be done by ad hoc, who don't know how to make a video game. They know how to make a story, mostly, but they don't know how to make a video game. You see this? This is the team working on, Coupe. You see that? That little thing that's cut off there, that's the town's health. You might be able to not see it because the number is in the way. However, I am 1 hit away from dying. She is 1 hit away from dying. You would think this is good for me because we're currently dealing the hit and she hasn't dealt hers. Unfortunately, before I clicked on it, it exploded and destroyed the city. This game sucks ass. But after her defeat was confirmed, we go ahead and have a blackout. That is unfortunate. It is time to immediately check on Chase to see if he is still there, and it turns out yes. Huh. Guess that doesn't need normal power. That's good. But it turns out we are being invaded. The reason the power cut out is because the goddamn villains are here. And he's bad. But you know who's also here? Invisibitch. And Roy ties her up. Understandable. She's got the astral pulse, and she was in the astral pulse, like in the room where the Mecha Man suit is. For some reason, like I cannot fathom why you don't just give fucking the astral pulse to Mecha Man. But me in the moment even was like talking shit.
I was worried Shroud would come after you.
Well, he did.
So if I gave it to you, he'd have the pulse right now.
No, you fucking dipshit, he wouldn't! I would have been in the suit and wouldn't have got my ass kicked!
Are we in kindergarten?
Shut the fuck up and uncut yourself!
So yeah, I may not like Invisigal. I may also not like the fucking writing because it's ass. But that's besides the point. Numerino decides to untie her and she helps with killing this guy. And then Numerino goes ahead and, gets him in order. A fun little fact, if you don't untie her, she will actively try to kill Robert.
Hey, Thumbstick! Behind you!
No matter how much she likes you. I may not like Invisigal. Invisigal leaves us and we make our way to the Mecha Man suit. We make the Astro Pulse go in there. You do love to see it. While Roy is fighting off the bad guys, you love to see it too. He's got the moves, the schmoves, the everything. And then we rise for the Judgment Day. Or specifically, a brawl that is truly brewing. Weird Proportion Man is also here. And he wants to break some arms. Because we broke his arms. Type shit. And the head honcho is also here. A Shroud. In a mech suit. It's Mecha Dick. And we scuffle, and we fight, and we kick his ass. That's true, not true actually, because we don't actually kick his ass, because he already knows what we're gonna do before we know what we're gonna do, because his power is predicting the human condition. Also known as my personality, or Robert's personality, or Numerino's personality. It's unfortunate, but we do our damnedest until we get our ass beat. But then the Z-Team arrives and it beats ass in return. We're truly the greatest team of all time. It's not even close. The entire Z-Team beat boxing, but it don't matter because former Z-Team is here. And she is here to kill us. Numerino apologizes about it all. And she does not care, but when Blonde Blazer comes in and says we're friends, she cares a little bit, until she doesn't. It goes about as well as you can expect. And we, Dragon Ball Z, her ass, she radicts. And then she falls. Blazer catches her. Unfortunately, Robert got caught himself by Mr. Badman. Robert gets his ass beat again. And on the brink... It's a bird! It's a plane! No! It's Trackstar! All hail for Trackstar, for he won us the fight. It is war-torn and deep that we fight among you peeps. Because Trackstar just did that. We win these. Everyone works together. We absolutely annihilate his entire ass. And scene. And by scene, I mean we do a spirit ball. Also, that's not a spirit ball. I am into Dragon Ball. I can be very autistic about it. He's annihilated. Everyone's cheering. Unfortunately, no one checked the dog. Motherfucker! And it is time for Numerino to be on top. He must decide. Will he give Shroud the Astral Pulse for the dog? Will he give him a fake one, or will he give them both? Now this is the true question. The one choice it all comes down to. Numerino gives both and takes the dog. Get fucked. Unfortunately, when he puts it in, they all shine red with an aura of power. It feels like everything is lost. Until suddenly he burns up. That is unfortunate. His colony of men is also doing the exact same thing. That is more unfortunate for him. Get fucked, you absolute troglodyte. Unfortunately for him, the only one not burping up is Miss Invisigal right here. Why is she not burping up? I don't know. I have no idea. She should be doing that too. But it doesn't matter because she stabs him! Let it be known this may be the one good thing she's done the entire game. She really looked me in the eyes and said, I'm incapable of good, but like, you just stabbed the motherfucker, I would have stabbed myself, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, she took the mask and is now invisible after giving us the Astral Pulse. So she's not retiring. Unfortunate.